I never thought I'd be the type of guy to write something like this on Reddit. I've always been more of a silent reader, scrolling through posts late at night, nodding when something resonated, laughing when memes hit too close to home, and sometimes tearing up when someone's story reminded me of my own. But now I feel like my chest is too heavy, like if I don't put these words somewhere, I'll explode. I need to tell you about her. Her name was Emily, and God, she was everything. I met her when I was 23, working a dead-end job in a hardware store. I was stacking shelves, hungover from the night before, when she walked in. She was buying paint, some ridiculous shade of blue that I later found out she never even used. I noticed her before she noticed me. She had this laugh, this lightness around her, like the world couldn't touch her. She caught me staring, and instead of being weirded out, she smiled. That smile, it wrecked me in the best way possible. We started talking. She came back a week later, not because she needed anything, but because she wanted to see me again. She admitted that months later. She wrote her number on the back of her receipt and slid it across the counter like we were in some kind of cheesy rom-com. And you know what? That was the start of everything. Our first date was at this tiny Italian restaurant. I was so nervous I spilled water all over the table. She laughed, grabbed some napkins, and told me it was the most charming thing she'd ever seen. That's when I knew she wasn't like anyone else. She didn't care about perfection. She cared about moments. Real, messy, human moments. We fell hard, and we fell fast. Within 6 months, we moved in together. Our apartment was small, cheap, with peeling wallpaper and noisy neighbors, but it felt like a palace because it was ours. We'd stay up until 3 a.m., talking about everything. Our fears, our dreams, the stupidest things. She wanted to be a writer. Honestly, I didn't know what I wanted, but she made me feel like I could figure it out. She pushed me to go back to school. She believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. She'd sit with me while I studied, sipping tea and scribbling ideas for her short stories. Sometimes, she'd read them to me. Her voice was soft, but strong, like she believed every word she wrote. I thought we had forever, but forever is a lie. It started with her headaches. She brushed them off at first, said they were nothing, but they got worse. One night, she collapsed in the kitchen. I'll never forget the sound of her body hitting the floor, the way her tea mug shattered around her. I carried her to the hospital, my heart in my throat. That night was the first time I prayed in years. The doctors said it was a tumor. Aggressive. Inoperable. I remember hearing those words and feeling like the floor disappeared under me. I kept waiting for someone to tell me it was a mistake, that they mixed up her scans. But no, it was real. We fought. Oh God, we fought so hard. She went through rounds of chemo, lost her hair, her strength, but never her spirit. She kept smiling, kept making jokes, even when she was in pain. She told me not to waste my life being sad, not to let her illness become the only thing about us. But how could I not? I was watching the person I loved most in the world slowly disappear. There were nights I'd wake up and just watch her breathe, terrified it would stop. I started memorizing everything about her. The way she wrinkled her nose when she laughed, the way she hummed in the shower, the way she always stole the blanket no matter how many times I complained. I wrote it all down in a notebook because I knew one day those details would be all I had left. Her last months were the hardest. She insisted on going outside, on living whatever life she had left. We went on picnics, even when she could barely eat. We watched sunsets, even when it meant dragging blankets to the park and laying her down carefully so she could see the sky.